Have you always been dreaming of exploring the new version of yourself? Do you want to rediscover yourself? What if I told you that a 14-year-old kid not only rediscovered yourself, but now he's inspiring the world with his book, Explore the New You? So today I am very, very super duper excited to introduce Prabhsimrat Gill. He's a young champion and he's the youngest best-selling author in our community called Author Freedom Hub. So welcome everyone. This is the Bestseller Club series interview. And in this series, we interview people who are in our community and they hit bestseller. And Prabhsimrat is in 8th standard. He's 14-year-old. His father is a businessman. His mother is a doctor. But he had a dream of writing the books, and now he's writing blogging. He's doing the books. So he joined my community in August 2020. He had some exams in September, so he continued writing the book. And recently hit his book bestseller in US and Canada. Right? Let me quickly show you his book, and then we'll take it forward from there. Let me show you that. Everybody, this is the book, Explore the New You. Discover your meaning, build empowering habits, conquer your limitations, and lead a life of confidence, abundance, and happiness. So, my friends, are you guys ready to learn from a young student of 14 years old, 8th standard student, to teach you how to rediscover a new version of yourself by shutting the limiting beliefs, discovering yourself again, and putting the actionable habits? Welcome, Prabhsimrat. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, sir. I am doing great. And hello, everyone. It's great to interact with you. And I hope you learn a lot from this session.
Absolutely, yes. So Prabhsimrat is a very energetic guy. The way he's written the book, I've read this book. It's a wonderful book. I'll be asking him a lot of questions about the book as well as about his journey. So everybody stay tuned, watch this video till the end. And if you want more of these kinds of interview, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share the video with many more people, because this is such an inspiring interview going to happen this. Let's get started with that, right? So Prabhsimrat, welcome to this session, and let me start with the first question. First of all, why don't you tell yourself your brief journey? Like you are like 14-year-old. Where did this motivation
Yes,
came
yes.
from, and how did you get started writing? Tell us about yourself, please.
Okay, so like everyone knows, I'm Prabhsimrat and I'm a 14-year-old author. And as you can see, this is my book. So
Absolutely.
as you asked, what was my inspiration for writing? So I find that my inspiration for writing has come from the freedom my parents gave me. So like my parents have always included me in their decisions. My parents have always made me feel inclusive and a part of the family, and have given me the freedom to walk on my path and do what I want to do.
Okay.
So like my mom, she's been discussing with me various things related to self-development all throughout, like as far as I can remember. So I've been having a lot of interesting discussions with her. And through those discussions, what I found it was that, yes, like when I have this knowledge, I feel that, okay, now I know this and I know how to implement something and how to grow myself. And when I saw around me that, okay, people were there, okay, people were living their lives just like, okay, yeah, going to a job or going to school, coming back, doing homework, doing work, fine. But what I felt was that, okay, there was no real solid meaning, no real solid purpose behind the existence of many people. Like what I saw in many lives, like just it's what you can call is that it's kind of a nomadic life. People don't live a nomadic life these days, but they're just like going with the flow and handling situations as they come by. So I felt that when I know so many things about self-development, and like I felt that this is so important that you, me, and we all can grow together and build such a great world when we know what is it that we want to do. And that message, when I found that, okay, I've been nurtured so well, and now I know what I can do and how we all as a world can go together. That's what I wanted to do. And in 2018, I have talked about this in the book also, like in the chapter about passion. Yes, I've
Okay.
talked about it in the chapter about passion. And in 2018, when I was in 6th class, I had that idea of becoming a motivational speaker.
Really?
Yes, I had that idea,
Amazing.
and
Amazing.
like I discussed with my mom and all, and it just passed by that year. It just passed by, and then in July of 2019, I was again having a discussion with my mom regarding 21st century digital skills. So I learned about them. I was a little intrigued, so I searched and I found one thing that really connected with me. So it was blogging.
Okay.
I was just,
Good.
okay, this seems interesting. That
Mm-hmm.
evening itself, on 14th of July 2019,
Yeah.
that evening itself, I went on WordPress.com, registered a free domain, and wrote my first blog on habits. That was the
Wonderful.
first day I did that.
Wonderful.
And through that, what happened was my underlying purpose was inspiring people
Mm-hmm.
and telling that together we all can make the world a better place to live in. We can
Amazing.
make the world grow and prosper together. And that message I wanted to give people, that they can do that by improving various different aspects. That came out through writing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So,
That's where
Prabhsimrat,
this idea, the seed of a book came out. That's from where the seed
amazing,
came out.
amazing. See, everyone, what is the role of parenting in a child's development? Prabhsimrat is saying very good thing about his parents first, because the kind of freedom he got from his parents in terms of inclusion in the all decisions, that was the stepping stone. So if you are having a kid, if you're a parent, then you need to understand that your kid is a separate personality. The universe has given a gift to you to be nurtured.
Exactly.
It's not your controlled commodity that you can control it and shape it according to desires. It is something universe has given a personality to you in the form of a kid, which you need to nurture, develop. And your parents, I salute to your parents, that they have developed in such a way that you are now inspiring the world with your book, right? So thank you so much for this wonderful sharing of journey. Now let me ask you the next question. I want to understand from you your journey of when the seed came of writing the book. First seed came the writing, then how did you start, and from writing and then publishing and then going to making bestseller. Tell me the journey about that. Like, when did it start? What kind of challenges you faced, and what kind of like initial disturbances happened, and then you could not continue. Show us the journey so that anybody who's listening to this interview, he should be inspired that if a 14-year-old kid can achieve this stuff, then nothing is difficult. Writing a book is not difficult. Publishing is not difficult. Hitting bestseller is not difficult. So tell us the journey. Inspire the world, my friend.
Sure. So it was an amazing, amazing journey, I must tell everyone. So, like, first of all, whoever wants to become an author, I want to tell that you can, you can convey your message, you can convey your knowledge, and you can help the world grow, prosper, and learn through your writing. So, whoever wants to become an author, number one thing, become an author, write a book. There's nothing that can
Absolutely.
stop you.
Absolutely.
So I began, like, after this work from home and schooling from home, everything started in May. I just got the idea, okay, why don't I've been writing blogs for some time now, and why don't I just try writing a book? So in May, what I basically did was, I just, no plan, nothing. In May, I started writing a fiction book.
Hmm.
I started writing a fiction book. I opened up a Google Doc and I just typed about 1,000 words a day.
Hmm.
I just type, and that book, currently that book is in the stages. I had no idea of how I was going to publish, how I was going to market that book, and how everything was going to happen. So I
Hmm.
just wrote.
Hmm.
That draft continued throughout multiple times. That draft continued. This book is different. That's just a fiction book. This is a non-fiction book. So I just wrote, just 1,000 words a day, nothing more. And then one day I was just scrolling through YouTube. It was
Hmm.
around July 23rd, 25th or something.
Okay.
I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw your interview with your mentor. I just came
Oh.
across that. I
Hmm.
saw your interview with your mentor, and that really intrigued me. That, okay, I was going to become an author. I had
Hmm.
no idea of how to publish the book, and
Hmm.
this is the person I need to go to.
Oh.
That same evening, I registered for your webinar.
Hmm.
The next date was 1st August. I registered for that.
Okay.
Then in the webinar,
So you are a fast
like,
decision maker. You are a fast decision maker.
yeah,
You
I'm a
took
fast
the
decision maker.
registration. You did the registration immediately, attended the webinar, and then registered the same day, right?
Yes. So
Absolutely. So
let me just
everybody,
share
one
about the
more lesson.
webinar.
Yeah, one more lesson here, everybody. People who are taking faster decision in their life, they are really, really making the progress faster. So continue, Prabhsimrat. Yes.
Yes. So in the webinar, first of all, I was like, a whole new world opened for me when I just attended your webinar.
Mm-hmm.
So, like what I told, my parents gave me freedom, because what I feel is that every parent should give the child the freedom to pursue what they want. That is when
Mm-hmm.
their full potential will come out. And like, my parents gave me the core value of freedom. And in your coaching, in your course, the main value author freedom hub. The freedom is another core message that you also give.
Absolutely.
So that really clicked with me. That freedom part really clicked with me, and I was like, yes, I want to have the freedom to voice out my message and help people like you, me, and the people who are watching this interview. Help all of us grow. And they felt that this is the best model. This is the best way that I can do this.
Okay.
So in the interview, I learned about KDP and all. First time I was hearing these words, so I did not understand them, but as you explained them very nicely, I understood that okay, this is the path I have to go. No need to write to literary agents, no need to submit letters and cover letters to publishers and all. I have the freedom to build this whole business and build this whole passion on my own freedom. So
Wonderful.
that night itself, I bought the course and I was all set to go.
Wonderful.
Then I was so interested that the next day I woke up in the morning and it was a Saturday. It was a off, yeah. It was a Saturday. So what I did was I opened up your course and finished the whole 3 day Author Freedom Model course in
In
one
one day.
sitting. In one day I finished that. I
Wonderful.
made notes side by side, and that was like gold. That was like gold, diamonds being offered right there for so much value. Like it was what I expected. It was even more than that, and I was so happy to be there. And then the next day, I finished all the bonus courses as well
Oh my
and
God.
made notes. So in 2 days, I was done with the basic silver level course, and that gave me all the power, all the clarity, and all the knowledge that I needed to start my book, start this
I will
book.
stop you here. I will stop you here. Wonderful. So everybody take notes because, first of all, PSG, Prabhsimrat Gill, took action on a fast track basis. Then he is an implementer. So note down please that because this guy is taking action first of all at a fast pace, and secondly he's implementing the stuff, he's learning at a fast pace, taking action, learning at a fast pace, and then implementing. So these are the key lessons here right now. Take notes, and if you want to put comments in the comment section below, put comments. What are you learning here? So Prabhsimrat, continue. Inspire the world. Yes, please go on.
Yes, so that day I did the niche clarity exercise and did all, and I found that like okay, this is what I want to do. Then, like about a month or so after my school exams were starting, so I could not write during that period. I had to
Yeah,
study.
yeah, yeah. Yes.
So till September 23rd, like I attended many of your inner circle calls. Those also inspired me a lot to continue on this journey. It gave me a lot of knowledge and clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did was I started writing my first draft on 10th October.
Okay.
Through this journey, I started writing the first draft of this non-fiction book on 10th October. I did the niche clarity exercise and I found that, okay, yes, this is the topic that I want to write about.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not do any content research and all.
Okay.
But what I just did was I experimented. I opened up a Word document, started typing. On that first night, 10th October, I wrote 600 words.
Mm-hmm.
I had this basic idea like I want to talk about habits, goals, beliefs, and finding your passion and purpose. So I've divided my book into these 4 parts.
Mm-hmm.
So that time, no chapters, but I was just drafting out the content.
Mm.
And so I just wrote.
Mm.
And on 25th October, in 15 days, I finished the 45,000 word first draft.
Really?
Yes. And
My God.
yes, I did that. And in one day only, that happened because in one day only I was able to write 12,000 words. Like I
Great.
just wrote, and I just wrote 12,000 words in a single day. And then what I did was I read my whole book again and I rearranged stuff. I corrected, I clarified some more things, I added some new things, I deleted some things, and that was basically the second final draft that aligns with what this book is today. So
Okay.
that thing I did around again in another 15 days, and then I bought your gold membership, and then I focused on author influence building and the marketing part.
Absolutely.
I got the cover design done professionally, I got the editing done professionally, and the formatting I did myself. That was easy part. So yeah, that was the time my book was ready. So when I joined your course, I still remember you made us do some very important things, and you told that you have to set 3 milestones. So first is that you have to write the date of finishing first draft. Second,
Yes.
publishing your book, and third,
Yes.
hitting bestseller.
Yes.
So first draft, I did not have clear idea because of the exams and all. So, but book I had a deadline. I was like, first December 2020, I will be in published authors. I will be a published author on first December 2020.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
that
So
was my
everybody,
goal.
everybody, another set of lesson here. First of all, action taken, implementation, and then surrendering to mentor. See, my friend, I
Exactly,
surrender to my
exactly.
mentor and I am getting the results. I have 1,000 plus community members these days. Dozens of people are best-selling authors, and 50, 60, 70 books are already written. So this all is happening by me surrendering to my mentor. And this guy, young champ, Prabhsimrat, he surrendered to one mentor only. See, if you surrender to
Exactly.
mentor, your journey becomes very easy, because if you keep on dribbling here and there and finding it different places, journey becomes difficult. You become scattered. So this young man is a focused man. He's taking a very fast, focused action, and that's why he's getting results. So now, Prabhsimrat, tell the audience that of course, as a 8th standard guy, you may not be having the previous experience of publishing, formatting, editing, and doing the whole technical stuff at KDP and launching, marketing. So where did you learn all this stuff, and how fast you learned, and what was the breakthrough moments for you? Tell the audience about that.
Yes, so there were many breakthrough moments because I was like a complete newbie into this field. No idea of how I was going to do stuff. I just saw your course and I knew that, okay, I have to do this, I will do this.
Hmm.
So after I finished writing my first draft, and also let me just share one more thing. I set the deadline as 1st December 2020. And
Mm-hmm.
I uploaded the cover, the manuscript, everything formatted done. And I hit the publish button at KDP at 29 November.
Okay,
So
good.
I beat my deadline only. So that's
Oh,
the importance of having a goal. That's the
absolutely.
importance
Yes.
of having a goal,
Mm-hmm.
right? I talk about that in the book too, like importance of having a goal and planning the right way, taking the right actions and all. So in this book, like what I've done is I've taken all the things that I have done in my life to achieve success
Right,
in whatever I'm doing right now, and
right,
I've
right.
put that all together into this collection. This is what I
Absolutely.
have done through this book.
Wonderful. So let me
And
quickly
like,
show the audience the index of your book. 1 second. Let me show you that. This is the
yes,
Kindle
yes,
version of the
sure.
book, and I'm showing the index here. Look at the screen, everybody. This is the book, and I'm opening the Kindle version at my laptop, and this is something coming in front of you. So, Prabhsimrat, you have wrote about finding the meaning in the life, gearing up, preparing to take action
Yes,
towards passion, dreaming, believing, achieving, action, and habits. Now, let me ask you quickly one quick thing I wanted to ask you from this book. You have talked about fear and self-doubt and developing self-belief. So would you tell the audience about why people fear, what is the reason of self-doubt, and how to overcome that? So tell the audience, my friends, audience, I'm having goosebumps when I'm listening to this young champ. So I'm sure you must be having that. So tell audience how the self-doubt and fear come in and how to overcome that. What is the action? What is the role of action? So jump into the whole self-development, which you have explored in the last few years and implemented in life. So tell the audience about that. Please go ahead.
okay. So, like, all of us feel fearful, all of us sometimes feel doubtful and all, and that is okay. It's okay to feel doubtful and all. I want to tell you, it is okay to feel doubtful, but you need to know how to come out of that state and take action to get back on track. So,
Wonderful.
like, let me explain. There are two kinds of fear. One kind of fear is necessary. Second kind of fear is what we just make up for ourselves.
Hmm.
So, the first kind of fear is a biological fear.
Okay.
When you see a traffic light, you're driving a car, when you see that red traffic light, you stop. Why do you stop? Just think about it. Why do you stop? So the reason you stop is you're fearing of having a accident. You're fearing of having a collision. That okay, if I don't stop right now, another car may hit my car and I might die. That's the
Yeah.
fear. You're
Hmm.
fearing, but that's a good kind of fear because it's making you take the right decision.
Absolutely.
That is the necessary fear. You can't just say that I'm fearless and I'll just drive through the signal, or I'm fearless and nothing will happen to me and I'll jump off a cliff. That is not
Hmm.
fearlessness, that is foolishness.
Okay.
That
Good,
is
good,
not
good.
fearlessness, that is foolishness. So the
Absolutely.
second kind of fear is a psychological fear.
Mm-hmm.
And that fear is basically what we need to overcome and what is unnecessary. That is not needed for our survival. The first fear
Sure.
is essential for survival, the second fear isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So when you worry about something that, oh my God, okay, let's take this example. You have an upcoming interview for a job. You
Mm-hmm.
want this job like from a long time and now is your interview.
Mm-hmm.
So you go, you wake up in the morning, you get ready, you do the normal stuff, and when you're sitting in the waiting room, waiting for the interview to ask you to come in, and what you're doing is you're just shaking your leg continuously. You're thinking, "Oh my God, what will happen? Will he ask me this question?
Hanuman Chalisa.
Oh, yeah. Will yes, will this happen? Oh my God, what if he asks this to me, and what if I tell him that I'm not good at this thing, or what if that? What if that?"
Mm.
So incessantly, unnecessarily worrying creates fear.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful.
That kind of fear isn't necessary for you. That kind of fear is just like what you're doing is you're making your brain cells overwork when they already have so much work to do. You're just making your brain cells do extra work. Like you're
Yes.
sitting there, you know that you are not like what we see, you're not like a psychic or something who can predict what the interviewer is going to ask you. So just calm down, relax, and whatever will come, answer it honestly. That way you might get the job. This first week, constantly worrying, you won't get the job. So that is
Wonderful.
one thing about fear.
Wonderful. So now everybody listen to this carefully. Young dude is telling you that there are two kinds of fears: biological fear, which is a genuine fear which needs to happen there, and psychological fear. And there is one wonderful saying which goes like this: fear is the worst use of imagination. Einstein
Exactly.
said that imagination is more powerful than knowledge, right? So if we keep on imagining that worst will happen with me, this bad is going to happen with me, then precisely you're misusing the imagination, which is a wonderful power given to you. And now, biological fear, we have three set of brains, three types of like primitive brain, middle brain, and then the neocortex brain.
Yes. Yes.
Primitive
Yes.
brain is
Yes.
something which was in the tribal age. Every
Yes.
movement in the bushes would have meant that some tiger is coming and he could eat us. So that was the necessary biological fear. But today we are not into that fearful world. We are not living in jungle. We are in the closed communities, closed societies, and safe environment. But when it comes to achieving your dreams, what do you think? What will you think that okay? What if people reject my work? You have fear about that failure. You fear about like rejection. So all these fears are psychological fear, as this young champ is telling you. So please, my friend,
Right.
overcome all those fears and understand now from Prabhsimrat how do we one overcome these kinds of fear and how to build the action habits, how to build the beliefs and action habits. Please tell us.
Okay. So the first thing to overcome your fear is listen to it. Basically, like
Ah.
we know the concept of the monkey mind and all, like your mind is constantly jumping here and there. So I talked
Mm-hmm.
about this in the book as well. One part, not in fear, but it correlates very nicely.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like when you are fearful, what you're doing is that you're constantly thinking about one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to get away from those thoughts. Like you're trying to no, I don't want to think about this. Go away, go away. You're doing that
Yeah.
way, but that is actually the wrong process. That is like that is like your mind. That is that your mind is a jungle,
Mm-hmm.
and those thoughts are monkeys. Those thoughts
Okay.
are monkeys. When you pick up each monkey and put that in a cage, like go away, I don't want you, go away. Those monkeys will shriek and shout just to get out of that thing. So the
Hmm.
more you try to push away a thought, the more it will come to you.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's the way thoughts work. And
Wonderful.
what you have to do is just welcome them. Set the monkeys free. They will just disturb you for some time, and the monkeys will eventually go away to eat some bananas or something like that. They can't stay there for long. So when you
Give
just
them
welcome
bananas.
the thoughts,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
when you
Hmm.
just welcome the thoughts and you just allow those thoughts to be there, okay. What you do is you sit straight, take two deep breaths, and say, okay, I'm experiencing this. Let me just experience this and come out of the state at some time. So just breathe and let that happen. After that happens, so the first thing, like in my book as well, in the fear chapter, what I talk about, like fear, the first obstacle. So
Hmm.
the first thing that I've said is, as you can see, first thing is calming yourself down. First thing is
Hmm.
to calm yourself down. And that is the
Yes.
most important thing. Yes, exactly. You can see here. So
Hmm.
I've given one personal example of psychological fear and how I overcame it. So
Mm-hmm.
what happens is that the second thing is to question yourself and talk to yourself. Listen to your fears. You
Okay.
have to listen to the monkeys inside your mind and understand what they are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So this goes with the process of questioning and okay, I'm feeling fearful. Why am I feeling fearful? Let's say that I don't know what the interviewer will ask me. I'm continuing with that example. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what the interviewer will ask me. And the
Mm-hmm.
next question you ask is, why, what would happen if I don't know what the interviewer will ask me? The answer to that would be, I won't know what to say, right? I won't know what to say. And then the next question would be, what would happen if you don't know what to say?
Mm-hmm.
Then the answer to that would be, I would have to make up a spontaneous answer.
Yep.
Then the next thing would be like, why would you have to make up what would happen if you have to make up a spontaneous answer? And to that, you will give an answer like, I will have to make up a spontaneous answer, so I won't be prepared. So next thing is, what would happen if you are not prepared? And the answer to that would be, okay. So if I'm not prepared, I might not be able to answer some questions. You were over exaggerating about something so small that you may not be able to answer the question. You don't even know if
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to answer the question or not, and you're still worrying that, oh my god, what if he asked me this or he asked me this? So your
Mm-hmm.
fear was just something very small, like I may not know the answer.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And one wrong answer won't destroy all the nine correct answers. One
Yes.
wrong answer won't destroy the nine correct answers. So that is just the concept of fear. Like when you
Yes.
question your fear, right, you realize that you were just over exaggerating.
Hmm. So tell the audience, you wonderfully gave the example of how to take. See, you are just a student and you're giving the examples of taking a job interview and everything. It means you're well read. You don't have a personal experience of that interview thing, but you know that what kind of things come in the mind of people in the stage of interview. Now,
Yes,
lastly, I
yes,
want
yes.
to ask you in the book about how to how to help such kind of people. Actually, I won't say such kind of people because everybody goes to the fear. Fear is something which is a
Yes, yes,
common
yes. That's
factor.
natural. That happens to
That
everyone.
is natural. We, if we had not
Yes.
been given the fear in us, then we would have been like putting our hands in the fire and jumping from the hills and something. Because fear is natural, but we need to understand whether this fear is a biological fear and psychological fear. That the first point.
Hmm.
But once we have understood that, tell the audience how to make a habit of taking action. So is it a action taking is a habit, or it's like how does it work? What is your take on that? Please tell the audience about that.
Okay, so let me just continue with that. So in my book also, like in the fear part, when you know what your fear basically is, you have to wonder, okay, what do I have to do? Then you'll realize in the job interview, like, okay, you just don't know some answers, not a problem, you'll give the interview. You will
Mm-hmm.
calm down and your fear will go away.
Mm-hmm.
But still, if you don't know what would happen, because so what we're doing in this exercise is finding the core of your fear. Like what
Core of fear.
exactly is the core? So when you
Mm-hmm.
know the core, you'll be able to act on something from the root and cut it out from there so that it won't rise up
Oh.
again.
Okay,
That's what we are
okay.
doing.
Got
But
it, got it.
another thing is that if you still feel that, okay, I don't know if with this thing and that, so if you're still feeling fearful after this, one thing is that imagine the worst thing that will happen. If you are not able to answer, let's say, nine questions in the interview and only one you are able to answer,
Mm-hmm.
you might wondering what would happen if that happened. So this clear cut out. So this is imagine the worst thing that can ever happen to you as a result of this fear. That is,
Wonderful.
in this case, you lose the job. At max, you lose the job. You won't get the job, but that doesn't end your world, right? You still
Yes,
have chance to go to 100,000 more employers. So
absolutely.
when you concentrate on that, right, you get that okay. Even if I'm not able to succeed here, I still have chance there, and your fear will go away.
Right.
That when your fear goes away, that's when you're ready to take action.
Wonderful, wonderful summarized. So now, everybody, we can keep on having this discussion for hours because
Right,
Prabhsimrat
right,
is
right.
so keen on telling his about his book because he's living this kind of life. He's taking action against the fear because I have not seen somebody of 14 years old in my personal experience who have written the book hitting bestseller. So this is something this young man is living this life now. Prabhsimrat, next question to you is that there are so many people in the audience who are listening to this interview Many would
Yes, yes,
listen
yes.
for the purpose of redefining themselves. The book is definitely going to help them. But many are reading this, watching this interview for the purpose of they want to write the book. So how did this community author freedom course, the Telegram group weekly sessions, how this all thing helped you in terms of building yourself and succeeding at a faster pace? Tell the audience about that.
Okay. So, first of all, to start off with that, I would like to thank you for building this course because I'll tell the audience what it is. We all are the novice writers and all starting out on this journey, and we are like blank pieces of canvases. So you can see my painting right here. This was a blank piece of canvas at first, right?
Oh,
This
yeah.
would have been a blank piece of canvas at first. So what happens? What is that? We all, those novice writers, are like blank pieces of canvas, and you are like the painter who is painting a beautiful painting like this. So
Amazing.
turning a blank canvas into a beautiful painting like this is what your course has done for me.
Wonderful. Amazingly, you have told in very few words that what is exactly happened to you,
Yes,
and great. Yeah. See, if you follow a mentor who had traveled that path, so that cuts the journey short. That is what you have learned out of this thing. So now
exactly, exactly. Yes.
tell me specifically in terms of publishing, in terms of launching, how the course, how the community, and how the coaching sessions, everything helped you. Just little bit specific so that people can understand
Yes,
if they
yes,
want to
yes,
join
yes,
the community, they should be getting some idea about it, right? Tell the audience.
yes. First thing is that you will get full hand holding throughout the course. But there is one thing that you need to go through all the recorded courses, go through them deeply because I tell you those things are gold. We all as novice writers need to learn all of those things, and then actually right for hitting bestsellers we won't need to go to a publisher and ask them for publicity or PR managing and all. We all will be able to do it just on our own, sitting at home in front of our system. That I guarantee you. I've done that exact thing with this book. So, just to give you an idea, you'll learn about publishing. You will learn about publishing, then you'll learn about how to write a book. You learn about how to write your book, how to draft it, how to research the content. Then you learn about how to edit it, how hiring an editor and all. Then formatting, because formatting is an essential part. Every reader wants to read a book that is comfortable to read, right? They don't
Yeah.
want to be peeling through pages to read the letters. So
Yes, yes.
you learn all the nitty-gritty details of making that first word that you write to something that is like this.
Yeah.
All the small details from the beginning till the end are covered in the course.
Right.
Especially, so let me just tell you, in the silver membership, in the first level, you'll have all the knowledge and you'll have all the things that you need to succeed. Like you learn about AMS ads, you learn about these kind of ads, marketing, promoting, etc. And in gold membership, you learn how to do each of those things step by step, each step guided by so sir. So I recommend first write the book and get everything ready and learn more things in the gold membership. And I guarantee if we all aspiring writers get into this course and we all just follow the system. Like I've heard this quote very well from Storm's mentor, systems work, people fail. So you
Yes.
need to follow the system very well, follow it to the letter. That's what I did. I just followed everything Somsa said, each and everything from marketing and everything I did as he told, and that's how I achieved this thing. So we all can become best-selling authors. Robert Kiyosaki said, you don't only need to become a best writing author, you have to be a best-selling author. That's what people give you recognition for. So we
Absolutely.
all will learn how to become a best-selling author when we join this course. So I really recommend every aspiring author must attend and must join this course. Awesome. Really.
Wonderful, wonderful, Prabhsimrat. This was really, really a very full of wisdom session. Everybody, I hope you have taken the notes and you would be re-watching this video once again, and you would be forwarding this video to many, many people, because this video is something which is full of wisdom, not from some aged person who has lived a life to a longer life, and This is from a 14-year-old student. See, in my view, age has nothing to do with the wisdom, because if you are learning at a faster pace, people get enlightened at the age of 23. Buddha got enlightened at the age of very young age. So age is not a factor when you are going to learn from some people. So look at what they are offering. So Prabhsimrat has wonderful message to share with the world. He has a wonderful book written, Explore the New You. I recommend everybody. I am putting the links in the YouTube video below, wherein you can find his book. You can find, also go to his website. I'll be putting the links over there as well. And those, my friends, who are doubting yourself as to whether you can write a book, whether will people like it or not, are you good enough, are you an expert into that? So my friend, after listening to this interview, you would have busted all those myths, and now there is no need of disbelieving yourself. Take action. If you want to join the community, I've given a free training link below this video. You can watch this training and take action, because people who take action, they get the results. Thinkers just keep on thinking and maybe overthinking, but action takers change the world. So if you want to change the world, click on the links below, buy the book, join the community, and I would be super duper excited to help you achieve your goals, like I'm helping thousands of people in my community to achieve the goals. Like Prabhsimrat, there are many. There is a 10-year-old student in my community, also 86 years old person is there. So age is not a factor, my friend. So this was really an amazing interview with you, Prabhsimrat. So let me now give you one last minute to talk to the audience and say that what is your parting piece of advice, and what do you want to say in the last to the audience? Please tell your parting piece of advice.
Okay. So my parting piece of advice to authors and other people listening to this interview as well, who want to achieve success in whatever field they want to. So one thing I would like to tell everyone is that Lisa Nichols, she's a great speaker from America, and she's one of the highest paid trainers in the world.
Yes.
She said this quote from her grandmother: "Your conviction and your convenience don't live on the same block." So when you have a dedication, when you have a conviction to do something that you want to, you'll have to be inconvenient. You'll have to go through struggles. You'll have to, like, I'll tell you my example. I usually sleep around 9, and for completing this book, I I wrote and I edited it till 11 o'clock at night. I gave up my sleeping time for doing this, and like you can't have your convenience, your comfort zone while you want to achieve success. So find your passion, find your purpose, set the right goals, believe in yourself, and build great habits. Like I've taught you to do that in this book. Build great habits and have that conviction, get inconvenient, and you will achieve success. That's my last message.
Absolutely, Prabhsimrat. Convenience and conviction can't go together, because if you won't have conviction, you will put the convenience on the side and take action. So all of you, my friend, if you have watched this video till the end, it means it's an action time. Buy the book, look at the training video below, and take action. I'm here to inspire you with more and more such interviews, and I'm super excited, super privileged to have people like Prabhsimrat in our community who are going to inspire the world, rock the world, and take India on the world map at a bigger level. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this interview so far, and I'm super duper excited to come with more and more such interviews. Thank you so much, Prabhsimrat. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.